Welcome back to the Evans Family Vlog. Guys, I almost just ran over a turtle in the road. Yeah, so it's been interesting. I mean, we basically landed here in Galveston on a Wednesday, and I think by Friday I had signed a lease, or maybe Saturday. So it's kind of funny how everything worked out so perfectly, because we basically got here and it was like, okay, it's not time to relax, it's go time. So I went to work immediately to find us a place, to find me a job, and so far we've succeeded in doing that. Like I said, so we got a 3-bedroom apartment. It's upstairs. Everything's upstairs here because it's the Gulf Coast. So all the houses. All the houses are on stilts and stuff like that, but nevertheless, we're on the second story, like pretty much the rest of the apartments that we are surrounded by. But yeah, I'm loving it so far. I like it here a lot. The humidity is through the roof, which I love, because I don't know, I'm just not a fan of the dry heat or dry anything really. And my skin does terrible in it, so it's nice to be in my kind of climate. It's pretty much 75 to 80 degrees here at all times, even at night, and humidity's in like 80-90%. So like I said, I'm loving it. I love the storms. Although when we landed here in town, the second day we were here, it was nice and sunny and hot. And then the past 2 weeks that we've been here, it's been just nothing but rain and thunderstorms, which is cool at first, but it kind of didn't stop. It was literally like all day, every day for 2 weeks. But now tomorrow is supposed to be the last day of it, and right now it's beautiful. So we're nearing the end of this storm system, or whatever this has been, for the region. And so I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the sun to come out like it did today. I was at work and got to enjoy a little bit of sunshine outside. We had to go out and buy furniture. We didn't own anything. Oh, I sold the trailer. So the trailer's gone. I put it on Facebook, and then within hours, I had to put my phone on silent that night because I think I had about 70 responses on Facebook within the first 8 hours, and I had some offers that were over 1,000 over the asking price. People were like desperate for it. So, but I honored the first person who reached out. I gave it to her for the listing price, even though I could have given it to somebody else. And it went to a good home. She was a single mom, and she was basically going to park it with her daughter on her dad's property and live out of it. It just seemed like it went to a good home, and it was just a great opportunity to bless somebody else with that trailer. We didn't get greedy with it. We just sold it for what we spent, what we put into it. So yeah, now there's no turning back now. We got rid of the trailer. We got signed a 1-year lease with an apartment. Yeah, so we went out and got all new furniture. I got a desk already. I have my own office, which is just like, feels like totally splurging to me to have my own office. Of course, it'll probably become the baby's room once the baby comes. Did I tell you guys we're pregnant again? Deetra's pregnant? I don't know if I explicitly said it in the vlog yet, but Deetra is pregnant, 2 or 3 months maybe. And so the baby's due in November, I believe. We don't know whether it's a boy or girl yet. We've literally done nothing in the way of midwife or anything. So we're still trying to get our feet grounded. So, but yeah, we're excited about that. And that's kind of what also, you know, made us think about, okay, what are we going to do? We got to get into a more stable situation here now that we're having another kid. At first, we wanted to do that in Nevada City. We were going to build a house, a cob house, and it was just increasingly, with Dietrich's morning sickness and everything, it was becoming evident that we weren't going to be able to build a house just us. And so we decided we weren't up for the task, basically. So this is what I promised you guys, that I would answer this question in this vlog. And the question is, why Galveston? Why did we move specifically to Galveston, Texas? Out of anywhere else in the country, why did we choose Galveston when we were in California? The answer goes back all the way back to Colorado at the end of February or March. I can't believe, was it March? Anyways, right around that time when we left Colorado, we left in kind of a hurry because we were essentially pushed out and forced to leave, had nowhere to go, and it was freezing cold, so we couldn't survive in the trailer just on our own out there. So we left, and we didn't know where to go necessarily, but even back then I was praying about, you know, asking the Lord, where do you want us to go next? And for some reason, even what came into my mind was El Paso for a second, and I was like, in fact, I even told Calvin when we were leaving, he was asking where we were gonna go, and I said, I don't know yet. And I said, maybe El Paso, as kind of a joke. And he was like, El Paso? And I was like, so anyways, it was still on Texas was on my mind back then. And I had seen actually a lot of influx of people leaving other states to go to Texas, and a lot of Christians saying that they felt like God was telling them that was where they needed to go for whatever reason. And I don't necessarily know of one person in particular, why they went to Texas or whatever. I just remember seeing there was like an influx of people to Texas specifically that were saying it was of the Lord. So that was kind of in the back of my mind. And then I remember also I saw a surf documentary years ago that was talking about the Galveston surf culture, the surf culture here in Texas on the Gulf Coast, and the history goes all the way back to the 60s. Anyways, I saw this documentary that was filed away in the back of my memory, and so we come back to Reno, and I'm like, you know, I'm praying every night, and I'm just really seeking the Lord about what our next move is, and for some reason I was hearing Galveston from the Lord, and I was like, that's interesting, where did that come from? And so I kind of just thought about it a while and brought it up to Dietrich a few times as kind of a joke. Like, she's like, where are we gonna go next? I'm like, I don't know, Galveston. And so yeah, it just became kind of for a little bit, right? You know, at the end of March or whatever that time period was, right when we got back to Reno and we were staying at Dietrich's mom's, I was thinking about Galveston for some reason when I was really seeking the Lord about where to go. And then I kind of was just like, it's a long ways to go to potentially have to turn around because it wasn't the right place to go. And I've also just been praying, like, Lord, especially once we found out Dietrich was pregnant, we need to be settled, we need to get our house in order. You know, we just need to get back to basics as far as, you know, me going back to work. And then we just really felt like God was telling us to open our own church, to open a house church. Nothing fancy. We really feel like, you know, the time of playing church is over, and it's time to just build believers in discipleship and their relationship with Christ. And we just felt like that's what we were supposed to do next. We came to this point in California where we were like, we can't build a house here. and things just weren't working out. Not that we weren't trying, and not like we were looking for some kind of a wide open door in the sense of somebody just handing something over to me, but it just didn't feel right, to say the least. And so it got to the point where Dietra was just like, we gotta go, let's go to Galveston. And I was like, I had already kind of forgotten about Galveston, but she's like, let's go to Galveston. And so I sought the Lord again. I prayed a lot about it, and we just, for some reason, both the two of us were just excited at the thought of moving here. Not just coming here to do ministry and then leaving, but actually moving here. And we got excited at the thought of it, and we just both sought the Lord together on it, and felt like that's what we were supposed to do. And so we just came here in faith, and it was, so far it's been the opposite of California and Reno and Colorado for that matter, because we got here and everything, all the doors have been opened within hours. You know, we're only less than a mile from the beach. I'm at the beach right now, I'm talking. I haven't surfed yet. We've had a couple good days of surf, but my toes infected anyways, so I don't really want to get in the water right now. But and I've been focusing on just getting everything in order. You know, we've been busy getting our apartment situated and everything. So yeah, we're finally starting to feel like we're almost there. We're almost settled in and can start doing church pretty soon here. And follow us on Facebook if you aren't already. We're going to be going live from our Daybreak Mission Facebook page when we do start having gatherings. And then also, since we've gotten to Texas, the mask mandate is gone. Literally, like, we got here and at first Dietra was kind of discouraged, and she was wearing her mask in the stores and stuff, but I was like, why are you even doing that? Because basically at that time it was up to the businesses whether or not they wanted to enforce it. But the problem was a lot of the businesses were enforcing it. Even though Texas had said, you know, had given that freedom to the businesses. Well, now that's gone on for a couple months, and right after we got here, like I said, at first we were discouraged, and then right after we got here, the governor of Texas said no more. He said now it's illegal to enforce it on the citizens of Texas. So what that means for us is nobody's wearing a mask anymore. Freedom. You walk into Walmart, you walk into Kroger, any of the stores, and half the employees aren't wearing masks anymore because the employer can't enforce it on the employee either. So it's cool. I mean, it really just opens up options as far as jobs go. And then also the governor just signed a bill and announced that now you cannot abort a child in the womb if you can hear the heartbeat. So they kind of reversed some of that legislation, which is amazing. So even since we stepped foot in Texas, things have been getting better. And so there might be something to that, where these people are claiming that, you know, God told them and basically encouraged them to go to Texas. Apparently he did that for us too, and it's been nothing but amazing so far. So, and I've never even been to Texas. It was a huge leap of faith for us because, yeah, Dietra has been to Texas, but not very much. And then I've never even stepped foot in Texas. So for me, it was like, I hope I like it. But, you know, sometimes it's not about what we like or what we want. And the Lord just knows. He knows. So. What'd you get?
A croissant.
Oh, why, thank you.
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino! I haven't had a good coffee yet.
What do I owe you?
We got a chocolate croissant over here.
L'chaim.
So at 11, there's one help you there.
Here comes the waves. No, it's a wave.
Woo! Monsooning.
It's monsooning.
Floating away. Woo! And
You get Wawa in your mouth?
That's you,
It's salty.
Whoa.
Whoa.